Hello and welcome to Spot Hidden. If you're looking for some spoopy times, you have come to the right place. Once again, I'm London Carlisle, your keeper of arcane lore, and this is the show where we play Call of Cthulhu. But of course, I can't play alone, so I'm going to introduce my wonderful friends who will help me tonight with this hauntingly horrible investigation. All right, let's bring them in. Hello.
What's
Oh,
up?
Why do
It's
I
good to
wave the
be
same
here.
every time? Why do I always...
It's a little side wave. Hello.
I'm awkward.
It's good to be here. Hello, everybody.
Welcome to the Carousel of Progress. Anyway.
I've never actually done that.
Well, awesome. Thank you guys for joining me. We are here thanks to the people at Chaosium for sponsoring us and for allowing us, tell these great stories each week. So who do we have here? So everyone go around and introduce yourselves a little bit. I'm London, keeper of arcane lore. Who do we have over here?
I'm Carly. That's it.
Oh,
I'm Carly.
I'm just impressed
That's
in
it.
London's ability to get the direction right.
I
Like, he
know,
went-
it's impressive.
Yo,
Practice.
It's like this. I'm just like, see, I can even do that. I was like,
Hi, I'm Matt. I'm an actor, like I said last episode. These are my friends. Hi.
we are.
What's
your
up, everybody? I'm Hudson, and I'm so happy to be here.
Awesome.
Should we explain why we're streaming this at 10 p.m. on a Thursday night?
Oh, yeah, we should probably explain that.
Oh yeah. This is
Just
not
real
our
quick.
Normal time. So if you're watching this live and not watching this on YouTube, we are not streaming at our normal time. We had some severe Wi-Fi issues earlier in the week for some reason. No real reason why. And so we're streaming this tonight, but it's closer to Halloween. It's closer to the spooks and the haunts that come with that. So if you're feeling in that kind of mood, we're glad to have you. All right. But before we get started, just a quick question: do y'all have any like Halloween plans or like any like costumes you're doing or putting together?
I can't talk about mine because it's supposed to be a surprise to one specific person. She has no clue that we're all dressing as the same character. So
Oh, okay.
it's gonna be
Wow.
great.
Rad.
Gonna be hard to hide, but we're all in the same house, but it'll be fine.
Hudson, are you dressing up? Are you?
Yes, Jar Jar Binks.
Okay.
Of course.
Very good. Matt, are you doing anything?
Not after that. No.
Well, Carly, joke's on you because Hudson, Matt, and I are all being Jar Jar. So this is just a doppelganger episode.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome. So let's just jump right into the game. If you missed last week, you can go back and watch the YouTube video, or you can listen to my very brief description right now. So we are playing Cthulhu Dark Ages. It takes place in Anglo-Saxon England in the year 1000 AD. And these three heroes that you see with me, they all came together to find this baby. There was rumors of this wolf that was going around the burh of Totburh, and it was very mysterious. So they sent Daniel Smithson and Maerwynn to go investigate this farmhouse. There they met a mysterious stranger named Bricius, and they all teamed up to bring this child back to Totburh. And they were successful. Not only did they return with the child, they returned with the head of this mythical wolf. Now, Bricius, he did the honors of ripping the tentacle out of this wolf's mouth, otherworldly mythos mouth. And for that, he received a sword and a horse. So now he's a sort of hero within this small town. But with that, that newfound glory, there are people wanting things, people needing help, people in trouble. And that is where we find our heroes tonight as we begin Spot Hidden. The year is 1000 AD. And we return to the burh of Totburh. Last time, after their triumphant return to the burh, they were approached by a man covered in blood. They would come to learn that this man's name was Ulfric. Now, Daniel and Maerwynn, they have been familiar with Ulfric for some time. He is a churl, So like a free landowning peasant, free farmer there. But he is different than he normally is. Usually he is a jovial kind of fellow. He has these kind of wide-set eyes that are bright, that kind of just shine behind the hair that falls right in front of his face, but he is saddened. You can never really find Alfric without his beautiful wife Bregswith, and she is very excited to be expecting a child. This was the talk of the town. In the evenings, they would, stroll throughout the town alongside the river before returning home. During the days, they would work the fields and the private plot of land behind their small wooden home, and also sometimes outside of the palisades of Totburh. But unfortunately, they found Alfric distraught. He informs them that his father, Alred, also a free farmer, has gone berserk and killed Alfric's newborn son, Alston. Not only that, but Alred vanished mysteriously afterwards. But this is not just the first tragedy that Alfric has encountered recently. His wonderful wife, Bregswith, has died in childbirth, so now he's alone. And he begs the investigators to find his father. If there's anyone that can do it, it's these heroes who found this child out in the wilds and defeated this vicious beast. Now, he's, gone and announced this murder to the town, so everyone is kind of looking around, but he fears that his father didn't just run off, that someone might be hiding him. And that's where we find our heroes. As the door is kicked open to Alred's small house. So, you investigators are going to show you just a picture of an Anglo-Saxon home there with a big thatched roof and wooden panels all around it that make up the place. Alfric kind of opens his door and you all can peer inside and see his father's home. He looks around inside, those eyes moving from left to right, as he looks for any other sign of a place that he's already paced back and forth and searched. Still not here. I can't believe we haven't found him yet. It's up to you now. Yes, just please, just scour the place, find anything you can, and just inform me of what you find, but wherever that bastard is, we will find him, and I will avenge my son.
We will, Alfric. Now, if you don't mind, we will need the time to at least find something to go off of. I hope you understand.
I do. Daniel, you just realize it's hard on me, right?
It's never easy losing a loved one, much less 3.
And his eyes drop. His head goes to the ground. The light from the outside shines inside of this small home. You can see the black kind of iron pot that hangs in the middle of the room above a fire pit. To the right of that is a table, like against the wall. It has several, earthen vessels that are on top of it. Across the room for that, you see a quiver filled with arrows. High above that, there's a crossbeam that goes across the entire house, as a couple of rabbits hang from it. Supposed dinner for the weeks ahead. There are a couple of furs that adorn the walls as some sort of decoration, just kind of, hung up, plastered across the white walls that are in this place. There is a simple wooden bed. There is a chest pushed against the wall on the other side of the room. There are 2 doors, the one you came into and the one that leads kind of out back. But it's a simple place. You can feel the crunch of the ground under your feet. And it's quiet. It's not completely dark, but few traces of light come in through the door behind you and through like a hole in that thatch roof that's right above. Maerwynn can see her shadow kind of just like in the middle of the room as the light hits her from behind and shines inside. Where would you like to begin with all of this?
So to clarify, all three of us are in this house?
Yes, so he led all of you here just to give this place a look. So he tells you that he's been here before, he's kind of gone through it, but couldn't find any traces of where his father went or where he was hiding or who might have hidden him or, anything like that.
Got it. Well, Bricius, I can't imagine you've done much hunting for a child killer in your day, but does anyone have any idea of what to start with, to look for?
I'm gonna go look in that chest because I don't know. It seems the most obvious thing in this room. So
Awesome. Okay, so as you go to the chest, so it's this like big honking chest. It's pretty simple and wooden, but it has a pretty sturdy bolt on that. And as you try to, open it up, it just catches on that latch there.
I'm gonna pick that lock.
Oh, you gonna pick that lock?
I'm gonna pick that lock.
Okay, cool. Let's see. I'm just gonna pull up your character sheet here and give me that locksmith roll. First roll.
That is an extreme success. 6 versus 81.
Oh,
yes.
Okay.
Like a
I just, like,
legendary chest
barely-
in Borderlands.
Oh.
It's shining gold when it opens.
Yeah, so Maerwynn just like kind of struts over to the chest very confidently. How have you acquired such good lockpicking skills, and how do you use that in your daily life? What is that about?
She is I don't want to say like a rebel. She's not a rebel, but like she is very willing to do anything that it takes to get what she wants, kind of thing. Not in a bad way, but like if she thinks, oh, this dude's got some dirt on him, I could get some information out of this, I could write a fucking song about this, she will absolutely break into someone's house.
Definitely not a bad thing.
Like, absolutely, no questions asked. She won't mess stuff up, but like, if she needs dirt on something, she'll do whatever it takes to get it.
Nice.
Okay, yeah. So as Maerwynn goes over to this chest and basically breathes on it, it opens up. But inside you see several curious things with that extreme success. These things weren't exactly hidden away. Obviously, this chest is just out there in the open in this home. But it's things that seem very particular, very delicate, such as this. What do you see here?
That is an old rusted gladius. Roman
Okay.
gladius. It's like bronze, but it's, got the greenish on it.
Yeah.
It's a rusted dagger.
It's a gladius. It's different. And we had this argument last time we tried to stream. It is different.
Dagger and chest. All right.
I've read Percy Jackson. I know.
And as I said last time, it's like the sword that Brad Pitt shoved in that guy's shoulder in the beginning of Troy. That's a great scene.
Great scene, wonderful scene. So you see this, and as you mentioned, this is very obviously some sort of Roman artifact. Just gonna give you some more artifacts that are here. You can probably guess what this is as you see the words Caesar printed on the side of it.
Money.
Money.
We're looking at a Roman coin with Caesar's skinny neck and face on it. He is a thin-looking man.
Yeah.
That's he needs to go to the hospital. That's bad.
Ye old hospital.
Like, see the freaking muscles in his neck and that. That's a little unnerving.
These coins are very detailed. So yeah, you see these coins, you see this gladius in this big chest. You see a couple pieces of pottery in here as well. It's all very well preserved, as well as can be, and it's all in its place. Some things are even just wrapped in a simple cloth. And as you kind of, pull that back, you just notice just more artifacts. They all seem to be Roman in composition.
Nature.
Yeah, nature.
Oh,
composition.
That's a good. Composition's good too. I like that choice.
Thank you.
So these are interesting, and I'm gonna kind of pull them out and show him.
Right. Well, see what the other side of the house entails.
London
Mhm.
is what is the the floorboard? Is it like wooden or is it stone or is it dirt? I mean,
Yeah, no, so it's like mostly dirt. It's like a
Okay.
dirt floor. It's very hard and like packed together. But it is a dirt floor. And you can kind of feel several like pieces like I guess loose stone that rolls across the bottom of your boots there.
Okay. Bricius would like to look around the dirt and see if there's anything that looks possibly like it's been tampered with, like possibly there has been something that's been dug up and then dirt has been pushed back over it, to hide something.
Okay. So for that, you're going to need to give me a spot hidden.
There it is.
Yeah.
We should have like a sound.
That's
Did we
all.
make that joke last time that we should have like a soundboard that does like a
like
sound effect every time? Yeah.
Use a broom. Oh man.
Oh my goodness. Shout out to
Failure.
Alex. Ooh, okay.
Get a failure. 32 versus 25. Not good.
Okay, yeah, but that was close. That was close.
It was close. It was close.
Yeah, so you're looking all around the ground. So you're looking kind of from where you came in. You kind of walk straight back through the house past that fire pit, past the fur that's stretched across the wall, back towards that chest to where Carly was, Maerwynn was. As you're looking around, you don't see anything dug up. You don't see anything out of place. You do see kind of where the table was on the right side of the room, where the chair in front of it was pulled back and pushed up. You can see the tracks of that as it leaves a crevice in the ground there. You circle back around the place. You don't see anything else as far as I mentioned, anything dug up. But you notice a snake slither past the door and scurries away through the grass away from the place. You can see it kind of snake its way away from the house.
I hate snakes.
There it is.
Right, well, I suppose I will look over here. And is there anything on the other side of the house? The other side from where Maerwynn is located?
You mean so with the door where you came in, or like on the others, like the left side of the house? Because let's say she's on. So where you came in, she's straight ahead. Are you looking over to your left or to your right?
Where the storage might be.
Wherever storage might be. Okay, yeah. So then, if you're just looking for some storage, give me another spot hidden to see if you're looking. See how sharp your eye is.
Implication that Maerwynn saw a chest and just went straight for it, didn't look at anything else, like her tunnel
Yeah, now
vision.
she's like, yo, I want that.
Daniel Smithson rolled a basic success for his spot hidden.
Okay. All right. So, so stuck in the bed frame, at the very foot of the bed, you see like a folded piece of paper. It's just like sticking up very, very inconspicuously there. It doesn't seem like it was like, placed. It's almost if it just like had fallen and just kind of got caught there as it droops over the front of that frame there. It's this. So this, as you open it, you can see that it's a will. As in Allred's house, this is Allred's will that you find.
Right.
So
With some very fancy handwriting.
and the person who's probably can best read it here of all of you is Maerwynn.
That's okay.
Maerwynn, what would you say this is?
She's like holding it. Okay. I'm gonna be honest, I don't really know how to read. There's a few words in here. It looks like Ulfric's name is mentioned. If I had to guess, this is probably. Do you just want me to go off the description that's on the?
Yeah, so I wrote that.
Okay,
in there for
cool.
You, yes. Yeah, you can read
like
that.
It's a will. It looks like they wrote Ulfric out of it. He's been disowned. That accent's just getting worse as I go. Wow.
Ulfric's been disowned.
Ulfric's
What in
been
the tarnation?
disowned.
Well, yeehaw.
Well, did you say Ulfric disowned?
That's what it looks like.
Huh.
London, is Ulfric in the room with us?
No, he kind of left. He went back to his house that you can see on your map.
Okay, good, because that'd be really awkward.
Yeah. No, so he just asked you to report back to anything you can find. He doesn't live too far away. This family basically owns this big plot of land, and they work it as well as work outside of the walls of Totburh.
Okay.
Well, to be honest, I'm not quite sure what to do with this information, but it doesn't exactly pair well with the dead child.
Now, since we have this mysterious stranger in Bricius here, who was like the main draw for Ulfric to even bother you all with this? What are you thinking? What would be your next course of action here? Where do you think anything else might be? And you can give me another spot hidden roll if you would like to discern anything else, or however you would like to proceed with this.
Bricius, right now, would like to talk more with Ulfric.
Okay. Yeah.
And find out more information about his father.
Okay.
Before we leave, as I'm walking out the door, I'd like to do one more glance on the other side of the room here and maybe roll for another spot.
Okay, yeah. The other side of the room, basically, all you see of note there. I mean, there's that quiver that's propped up against the wall. There's that big, not tart, but that big fur that's there. The bed kind of sits in this corner here, and that's mostly what you see. But give me a spot hidden.
Daniel Smithson is eating his hair. He also failed that spot hidden roll.
Okay. Okay.
So
Yeah. Okay. No problem. So as you're just looking around, you notice that it just seems like he just up and left. There's nothing that seems, destroyed or disposed of, or it just seems like he really did vanish. As Bricius walks out, give me a power roll, Bricius. Is there anything else that you would like to do here, Maerwynn?
I want to look at the fur and the quiver closer.
Okay. All right. Let's do that.
I'm making a series.
Bricius makes a hard success. He's 39 versus 90.
I forget you have 90 power.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Noted. All right. All right.
Well, it's funny because everybody else's spot hidden is like good, and my spot hidden is a 25. So.
Ooh. Yeah,
I have the highest, and mine's only a 55. What?
That's true.
Oh god!
Wow.
I
figured the woodsman would have a pretty high spot hidden, so I didn't worry about it.
That is natural world. That is other things.
I'm going like D&D Ranger perception. That's just where my brain went.
He is a complicated man. He may not look it. All right.
All right. So if you want to, kind of go over there with the quiver and with the fur, give me an appraise roll,
Okay.
to inspect that quiver first.
A hard success, 13 versus 35.
Boom. Awesome.
It's gonna come back to bite me later. I know it is.
Okay, so you haven't really seen arrows in this style before, but what you do know, these are historical in composition. These have Roman details in the way that they are constructed. So these were made by someone who was given strict instructions to do it in a specific style. To add a certain flavor to it. So the person that possesses these things, they're not planning on going and shooting things with them. They're not planning on going and hunting. It's more of a decorative thing that gives respect to the Roman Empire.
All right.
Indeed.
When you think that would be any good in bringing down a deer?
I mean, it doesn't really look like they were made for that. They look more decorative, but
Won't lie. I find myself attracted to him. Anyway,
that arrow. Okay.
All right. Okay. All right. So Maerwynn, now as you move your focus from these arrows over past those to the wall, give me a spot hidden.
There it is. Hard success. 26 versus 55.
Boom. All right.
Something's making up for me not having power for like 16 hours.
That is true. Okay. So as you're looking at this fur, you just have a weird feeling about it. Something about it seems very rushed in the way that it was put up. It's almost as if it was like hiding something. Obviously, Daniel went over to this area previously and like looked around and didn't really see anything that was, out of the ordinary. But you decide to take it down. And behind this fur, as you slowly lower it, you see this symbol painted freshly there. It looks like an upside down crescent. And as you gaze upon it, I mean, even Daniel can see it. I would like for you two to give me power rolls as well.
It's okay.
Boy. Seems to be an upside down. Oh, this is not going to go well for Daniel.
What the?
Called it.
Okay.
So
What
Daniel's
is
son
happening?
failed that power roll.
Okay, tell the people at home what you have.
I rolled a 77 versus a 60.
And I got another hard success with a 21 versus a 60. That is 3 in a row.
Yo, Maerwynn is on something tonight. Maerwynn had some of that good mead before she came up in this place.
Honestly.
Like, all right, noted. So as Bricius makes his way back towards Alfred's place, you all are still up there, right? You approach Alfred's house. It's about similar in size, also of wooden construction, also with a big thatch roof on it. As you approach, give me a listen roll.
All of us.
Just you, Bricius.
I did lovely art of the little crescent moon in my notes.
Okay. Cool.
Failure. 76 versus 25.
Okay, cool. So you just kind of just steadily walk up towards to go, knock on the door there to be let inside. As the door swings open, you kind of see a young woman, probably around like 18, also, behind the door and behind Alfred, as he opens it. Oh, yes, Bricius, did you find anything there?
We found a couple of artifacts, but I have more questions for Ulfric.
Yes, very well. Excuse me for one moment, Bricius. And he just like nods behind him at the young woman. She doesn't make eye contact with you, but kind of smiles at Alfric as she just kind of makes her way past you. Very slight in frame, like a light strawberry blondish hair, and she just kind of weaves her way towards past you. Doesn't walk off fast or anything, but just keeps walking.
London, do I know her?
You don't. You're new to town. I mean,
Okay. Do I know? Is
tell.
she like the daughter, or is she?
No.
So
No
information.
Yeah. So Alfric and Brexwith are both 21, so they're both younger than you.
Okay. Bricius goes, wait, miss.
She keeps walking.
Miss.
Okay. As she keeps going, she spins around. Yes. May I help you?
I didn't catch your name.
Yes. I'm just a simple herder. I'm sorry. I should be going. And she tries to go again.
Don't be hasty.
Okay. She stops. Her eyes meet yours. I'm sorry. And she's silent. She's very awkward around you. She won't disclose her name. She just kind of sits there and just like her hand like goes across her face as she's just real nervous around you. Give me a psychology roll on her.
Are we with him? Or
No,
did he,
you're not. You're still back at the place.
got it.
We're coming to you soon.
We're looking
Just
at
wondering.
right
Just
now.
wondering.
Oh my god.
Once again, a failure. 51
I
versus
feel like
a
this
10.
is my fault.
Okay. All right. Cool.
All the good rolls.
So you don't know why she's nervous, but as she can kind of see the lostness in your face. I'm Oslafa, the herder. And as she nods, she just kind of stands there and just looks at you. Very seemingly guilty, but just. Did you want something?
I was just curious. What were you doing on Ulfric's home?
I was just paying my respects for the death of his wife and his son.
I see. It seems as though, and this may be me, but it seems as though something else troubles you, young girl.
I saw the child. It's
Where?
Before it died, it was. Give me. How would you like to get more information out of her? Would that be with a charm, persuade, intimidate? How would you like to do that?
I guess I'll just use the long sword and just cut off her head.
Don't do that. No. Okay, if you want to, you can. All right.
No. Let us see what is going to get me the most.
Is she cute? Yes, she's cute. In the chat, someone asked, "Is the girl cute?" Yes, very cute.
Really, all I can do is a natural world roll. So, can I smell her perfume or something?
Could you smell her perfume?
Smell the sweat? Can I smell her sweat and see if she's sweating?
See if she's sweating? Sure. Give me a natural world roll. Yeah, for sure.
Okay, all right.
Hard success. Hard success
Hard
with a
success.
19.
19 versus 50.
Okay, yeah, so...
It's so weird.
Okay, yeah, for sure.
I hate this.
He is a mysterious guy.
So... so, you just get a large waft of her essence as the wind kind of blows past her and into your nostrils. On her, you can smell this overwhelming scent of cattle. She smells like someone who walks around in cow shit all day, someone who takes care of animals, someone who brushes them and feeds them. She has that aroma about her. But due to that hard success, you there's some sort of other scent in there. It's a cold, slimy type smell. It just gives you the picture of being in the somewhere in like the swamp-like areas is what it reminds you of. So there's that overwhelming livestock smell, but there's like a swampiness.
Does Bricius know the smell?
I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen at home. Mr. Matthew Stephenson in our chat just said, "I think he just described me." Matt,
It sounded familiar.
Matt, you don't smell like that. Okay, you don't smell
No.
like that.
I'm kidding.
Matt, no.
I can't vouch because I don't know, but
No, Matt doesn't smell like
Yeah,
that.
you're not swampy.
You give yourself too much credit.
Yeah, wait.
Oh my
you
goodness.
smell like the cow itself, not people who've been around cows.
Thanks,
There's a
Carly. I
difference.
appreciate that.
What was your question? That threw me off. Hudson. That's funny.
Does Bricius know the smell?
Oh yeah.
Yes. Does Bricius know the smell? I'm sorry, I just had an Alzheimer's moment.
Okay, give me an education roll.
I was really hoping for something else, but
It might work.
oh yeah.
Ooh, that was close. That was close.
Failure.
Of course you can.
79 versus 65.
Of course you can always push it if you would like. You can always spend any luck points, but it's up to you. You can
Not-
or you can accept
not-
it.
Not right now.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so you don't recognize the smell. It just smells like nature. She has a very nature smell about her. Nature girl. Yes.
Okay. So you a cow herder?
Yes, me and my parents, yes. We tend the fields outside of the walls.
And how long have you known Ulfric and the family?
Yes, I've known Alfric since I was a little girl. Yes, we've grown up here, and it's a tight community. I mean, and we saw you come in the last time there was all that fanfare and with the wolf's head, but yes, that's not the question. I'm sorry. I'm just a little.
Are you close with Ulfric?
He's a family friend. Yes, I must be going. As she really begins to set off at that.
Okay.
And at this time, Ulfric is like, you can almost feel like the daggers that he's shooting as he's just standing in the doorway watching this conversation. Very stiff.
Ulfric, I have a couple. I have a couple of questions for you.
Okay. And he nods and ushers you inside. Back at Ulrich's place, both of you give me listen rolls.
No problem.
There it is.
Okay. All right. Daniel, you hear...
Daniel Smithson rolled a success, 40 versus 45. Continue.
I got 48 versus 20. Okay.
Daniel, you hear a slight sound that just grows and grows.
Like an air conditioner, or? Oh, sorry.
You hear this air conditioner kick in. No, it's...
Okay. sorry.
You know this sound well, man. Like, this is the sound of a snake coming in. So what you see two almost simultaneously slither into the room through the door. The other kind of comes through that hole that was in the top, very gracefully down, snaking down. These are some long snakes. Are you okay, Hudson? Should I change the story?
I might have to mute you.
Are you for real?
No.
Okay, I was about to say, we can go a different direction. They can be honey badgers.
You're good.
So the honey badger, comes in.
No, you keep it snakes.
Long,
you're
scaly
good.
honey badgers just sneak in. All right.
So there's two from the door, and one kind of comes down, and then coiled at the bottom of that chest that was never closed was one that was inside of there as it kind of sneaks his head out from under some of that fabric that was at the very bottom and begins to crawl out behind you all. All right. So, we're going to go in dex order for this. Who has the higher dex between you, if you would like to do anything here?
Mine is 70.
Okay.
Oh, that's definitely going to be higher than Daniel's. I'm at
Okay,
50.
yeah. So if you would like to act at all, Carly, you can do anything here. You can, how would you like to handle this?
I want to be a snake charmer. No.
You could.
Okay, so they're coming in from the door and also the ceiling?
Yes, and there's one that's kind of found its way through that chest in the back and is coming in from back there.
Yeah.
So you got 4 in here.
There are no other exits.
There's that one door that's on the right-hand side of the place. So, kind of near that chest snake.
But it's
Yeah.
closed, though.
Yeah, it's close. Yeah.
But
And it
it's
leads
one
outside.
snake. Yeah, one snake is not as bad as 2 snakes. But if it leads outside, the snakes might be coming from outside. I was not prepared for this scenario. I'm gonna go towards the other door and see
Okay.
if I can get out of that.
Okay, you're just going to try to go to that? All right.
Yeah, try to avoid the other snake as best I can.
Okay.
Kind of keep as much distance between me and it.
All right, so give me a dexterity roll.
That's a 45 versus 70.
Boom. All right. So you kind of hop over the snake as it's starts to move pretty quickly, but you're able to kind of skip over it and make your way to that door. Daniel, are you doing anything as these snakes kind of come towards you? The one from the ceiling is the closest to you now as it makes its way down. It's about to drop in and kind of falls at your feet.
Well, Daniel's never surprised, but it is
You're not
definitely
surprised, yeah.
definitely a unique scenario. Since the snake closest to me is dropping down from above my head, he typically does not have a negative reaction towards snakes. They are part of nature. However, these don't seem like regular beasts. So,
well, do they or do they not? It's sort of like a brownish snake with these brown markings on the back of it. You can see if you know what it is, Daniel. If you give me a particular roll, give me a natural roll.
Copperhead.
Yeah, this is some natural world stuff. He definitely know if he's seen this before.
And you might know some information about it at that.
That is a hard success.
Boom!
20 versus 70.
Okay, yeah. So you see all of these snakes here, and you know exactly what they are. They're all the same kind of snake. They're all common adders. And what you know about them is that they're not typically aggressive unless you mess with them first, right? So the fact that they're coming straight at you is strange. Okay, but all right. But do you want to make any actions here as this falls at your feet and kind of coils back?
Coils away from me?
Yeah, well, but still, looking at you as if it's going to strike.
It's a curious scenario, so... Oh, man. Well, he can't help but lean into his curiosity and do nothing but keep his hand on his axe ready, but wait and see what happens.
Okay. All right, sure. All right, so that snake that's at your feet, it's going to try to strike at you.
Of course.
Awesome. And it does as it tries to, kind of jump and just give you a nice bite there. All right. And it does. So let me roll for a little damage here. But first, before I tell you the damage, give me a Constitution roll.
It's going to start swinging at
as
everything.
As you feel these teeth sink into you.
That is an extreme success. 17 versus 90.
Okay. Yeah. Perfect. All right. So then you only take, you take 9 damage as you feel the burn of this venom sink into your teeth. First, it just not into your teeth, into your skin. First, it just kind of burns across as it goes inside, but you're still standing. It doesn't ground you, but it hurts like hell. All right, so there's 2 more coming in the door. See what they do. See if they make any movement here. That one doesn't do anything. Boom. No. And then finally, chest snake. Yo, yeah, that one's coming at you, Carly. I just rolled 14 out of 30 here. So it's going to try to do the same thing. It's going to try to bite you. You moved away from it, but of course you did like a little hop, skip over it. But it's going to try to get you at your leg. Give me a Constitution roll.
Can I dodge or no?
If you you can dodge. Yeah, you can dodge. Yeah, so just try that.
Okay, it's not gonna go well. 24 versus 35.
That was a success.
Somehow.
Yeah, but wait a minute. Okay, I just said I rolled 16 out of 30. If that would have been 15 out of 30, that definitely would have missed. But yeah,
that's right, because I have to do the.
Yeah, you have to have a higher success than I do. So yeah, so you don't do that. So now give me a Constitution roll.
Okay. I forget how combat works in this sometimes. It's a 65 versus 50. That's a failure.
Okay, as you only take 4 damage from this.
Okay.
But as the teeth sink into your leg, you can just feel your body just freeze up as the world around you just darkens and darkens and darkens as you lose consciousness and hit the ground with a thud.
Save my loot.
You can hear the strings of the lute as you hit the ground.
Oh.
Damn,
Family heirloom.
that's rough.
All right, yeah. So yeah, you're out cold as you. It's a painful unconsciousness. Back to Hudson and Bricius. He kind of goes inside of his house and takes a seat in this chair as he looks at you. Yes, how can I help you?
Yes. Well, first, did your father have any sort of hobbies that you knew of?
He was very much into the Roman antiquities and exploring in the ruins and such. The ruins outside of town. He would always go there on these journeys and uncovering things for the Thane, and he's been doing that for years, since I was a little boy.
Yes, we searched the house and found such artifacts. You said there are ruins
Yes.
near the village.
Yes, they're about a day's journey outside, just straight north of the village. But I don't suspect that he made it that far. I just have a feeling that he is somewhere around these parts. He couldn't have made it that far. I'm sure of it.
Do you know of anybody else's place he would have possibly have hidden?
I don't know. There could be several people, but I mean, they're just common folk like us, and they're just these neighbors around here, and they all seem so shocked that he would do this. So I feel like someone is lying to me, is being deceptive. Those are my suspicions. That he is being held as a fugitive somewhere around these parts, and I just don't know where to find him.
The girl that was in here earlier. Who is she to you?
Oh yes, she just helps with the farm work sometimes. Just a friend.
A friend.
Allowing the fields.
Psychology roll.
Ah.
I mean, if you want to, you don't have to.
I'll do it. Oh.
What'd you get?
Oh, I got a success. And it's the luckiest success. 10 versus 10.
Yo, you did. Okay, so this man bullshitting, y'all. There's something under the surface of this. This is like one of those, okay, like when you're like when you're with your friends, and then you're like, oh, what's going on with him, or what's going on with her, and they're just like nothing, and you're just like, that's what this is. There's
Okay.
some sort of relationship here between those two, and just the way he said, just the way she does like work for his family, there's a deeper relationship there, and you know it. Despite whatever he says, there's something under the surface there. There's some sort of romantic something there.
You say friends. Would you consider yourselves family friends or
Yes,
more?
how dare you? My wife just died. How could you accuse me of something like that? I'm not a monster. I've already lost so much, and you're going to try to...
I
Listen,
mean, no offense. And I am not calling you a monster. I'm just trying to figure out everything if you want me to find your baby.
and his eyes raised to you. Back up at Ulrich's house. Now it's Daniel and the 4 snakes.
Okay, so there's 4 of them.
Is that your band name?
Daniel and the 4 snakes.
Daniel plays the sax. Anyway. Okay, so I've already been bitten by one.
Oh, have you? Have you?
She's out cold, bro. She's
The
not.
obvious-
She's not good.
Obvious impulse is the attacking adder hanging from my arm or wherever it bit.
Yeah, it kind of went
Uh,
back down. Yeah. What's
Because the obvious impulse is to immediately swing at it, as I was already ready, but damnedly curious. So I'll be swinging at that first snake.
okay? Do that, please.
I know this is gonna go poorly, but like, where did my screen go? There it is.
The one you're looking at?
Yeah. Did that work? No.
No, yet.
Where? Daniel takes a second as he readies his eyes.
Are you on your combat page?
He is fumbling a little bit. Here we are.
Try it now.
Yep. There we are. That is
Hard
a hard success with the axe, 17 versus 70.
Yo, yeah, you swing down upon the snake and whoosh, just chops it in half. As it just like, the parts of it still continue to move as you sever it, but eventually it just like dies down, and you kill the
Okay.
snake. You kill the snake. All right, so there are 2 more snakes. One of them is gonna go over towards Maerwynn. And it's just, let's see what it does here. Okay. The other snake, let's see if it has any more luck at attacking you, Daniel. And it does not, as the snakes kind of come into the room as they, one of them kind of crawls up on, through the chair that's in front of the table. The other goes around the other end of the room, still coming towards you. The one that's behind you, that bit Maerwynn? No dice either. Okay, yes. So there's now 3 snakes, and it's your turn again to strike if you would like, or what would you like to do here? They do seem to be coming at Maerwynn still for some reason.
Right. Well, I've eliminated the immediate threat. And in quick observation of the scenario, the only sensible thing seems to be to pick up my friend and try to get out the door.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, cool. Give me a strength roll.
You've got it.
In one swoop, trying to get Maerwynn, trying to get through that door.
The strength roll is a 64 versus 80 success.
Cool, yeah, so you're able to easily get her out of there. Now give me a dex roll to see how quickly you get away. or you know how easily you get
Oh,
away.
extreme success!
Oh my god, you
man,
just
Daniel
yeet
rolls
me
a
out the
2
door.
versus 50.
Yo, okay, yeah. So you jump over these snakes. You jump through that door. You bound down this hill, basically to the vicinity of Ulfric's house. So where are you wanting to go with Maerwynn? Now that you have her there, now that you just like you like just like bounded out of this place. Where do you want to go? What do you want to do? You
I
guys
just
Okay.
love the mental picture of this right now. Just
He does a Power Ranger somersault out the front door.
just Bricius just turning around and seeing him just running down the hill, just carrying.
yeah. Bricius looks out the window.
This bear of a man just.
What is going on?
You got the loot in your teeth. You're just like.
Okay, so this is not the first time he's been bitten by a snake. Does Daniel have any friends who are medically inclined in the town? In the town of Totburh?
You met one last time.
Correct. Yes.
He fixed up Bricius. When I believe, and he was asking you questions. Bricius.
He also fixed up Maerwynn because I
Yes.
also got very hurt last time.
Well, I guess that was you. I forget. I think he was fixing up Maerwynn, and I
I think it was both of us. It was
Yeah,
both
I
Bricius
think we
and-
both got pretty
Yeah.
wrecked.
Yeah. So Delwyn, he was at the Thanes
Yeah.
compound fixing up. But yeah, so I guess you, kind of get the attention of Ulfric as he says, "What's going on outside? Is she okay, Daniel?
Hang on.
What
I got
happened?"
it. Bricius, we're going into town! As I'm running.
Okay.
Okay, so we're at Ulfric's house.
Yeah. So
We are running out
yeah. So
and
if you look
heading towards.
if you look at your map, you can see that you were just right here, but Delwyn has a house on the south side of town here. You see that down there? So
So,
it's not too
yeah.
far. Basically, you hit that road on the side there and just travel all the way down along the old wall till you get around to Delwyn's house. And you can hear the commotion as you kind of, pound at his door there. You hear it from behind without it opening. Yes. How may I help you? Hello?
We have
What's
snake
going-
bites, Delwyn. Open the damn door.
Snake bites. So, and he opens the door, and you kind of see him peek out. His hair kind of sticking out of the small cap that he has on his head. Oh yes, come in. But as he opens the door, you can just smell the strong aroma of sort of dried herbs and aromatics that just hit you as you come inside of this a little bit larger house. There are herbs hanging from the ceiling. There are plants growing on the ground. There was a little bit of a garden outside with all these like finely curated herbs. There are bottles and bottles and bottles on the table of these dark liquids that you don't quite know what they are. On one end of the room, it's kind of like curtained across. There's also a table kind of in front of that curtain there. You can see some surgical tools and such, and jars of leeches that line the back wall that he uses for his medical procedures. There, he says, "Yes, put her on the table here, right here. Oh dear Lord, what happened here?"
She decided to dance with some snakes. Do you have anything for adder bites?
Adder bites. Oh my gosh.
Can I get a punch card for this man? Like, if I get to 10, I get like a free healing session or something.
Free healing session.
I don't know.
Yo, yeah, you're racking up bonus points. You
I'm
get the text
racking up those
notifications.
frequent flyer miles. Like,
You get that and some free yogurt.
Yeah, if this guy had opened up a frozen yogurt stand or he made lattes, you'd be getting free all the time. But as he looks down, he kind of touches the side of your neck as he feels for a pulse, and he looks at you, and he sees the faint modeling of your skin in places, especially where you were bitten, as he reveals that, and just sees sort of the veins rising and spreading outwards. And he just you can't even really understand him. He's just mumbling to himself. you know. But this is what Delwyn does. He's like this. But the thing that you do hear that he says very clearly is just like the other. Oh dear. I have just the thing. And he
Thank you, Delwyn.
And he shuffles over, grabs a mortar and pestle, and begins, grinding and picking these herbs. And the aroma just grows as you can hear him crushing these things in this instrument. Eventually it becomes a fine paste. He adds a liquid, he adds another liquid, and mixes it together. Basically applies this as a salve over the top of the skin before using some leeches to sort of suck out the venom that is inside.
Delwyn, do you have enough for two there?
Wait, you too? Oh,
Aye.
but you're standing. You're not like this one or the other.
Well, when have you ever known me to fall?
I don't have any more space here. And, Bricius, give me a listen roll.
He just hears him go screaming through the town. No way!
Well, Bricius, yeah, he came with you.
Oh, yes. A hard success, 12 versus 25.
Boom, dude, we are rolling tonight. Like,
know,
like
good.
we're on something. Like, we're going.
Good
Well,
energy, man.
Except for the one, that mattered.
Oh yeah, that's true.
To be alive.
Yeah, you're not dead. As you can see, I am not dead. Okay, so as you're there, you hear this violent cough from behind that curtain.
Oh shit, he got corona.
And Delwyn freezes up and just looks at you all as he goes down and tries to keep working on Daniel.
Wait, Bricius is in there with them?
Yeah, you came with him, yeah.
Oh, okay, all right. I was like thinking
you
that
heard
I
it
was
from across town. You're like,
I'm like,
it's
wow,
someone coughing.
my hearing is amazing. Who is behind that curtain?
It's the other patient. He's and as he kind of shuffles behind and just looks back there and shakes his head, and he kind of comes back over to you. He's not well. He's not well. He's also has these toxins that are in the Maerwynn and Daniel, and he's not well. We must work quickly on your friends. We must work quickly on your friends. He's a patient. He's
Bricius goes over and swipes the curtain to see who it is.
Okay, yeah. So you push right past the smallish frame of Delwyn there. You see this figure laying on that wooden table in the back of Delwyn's house. It smells sickly back here. It smells sickly and swampy as you get a whiff of something that's very familiar to you. On the table, just very stretched out and just sickly and barely clinging on to life, you see a man who is very, very pale, but the skin that comes up from his neck and just kind of encapsulates his face, it's just scales. You can see his eyes that are wide looking at the ceiling, and the yellow that has pretty much enveloped completely one eye. It's starting to get one eye, but one eye is almost bulging out and has a slant of a pupil, black pupil that cuts through that yellow in one of the eyes, as these long fingers it's almost as the bones just extend from his fingers as he lies there and he just coughs. As you see these sharp teeth in his mouth. It's a very scary, threatening sight, but this person is in a lot of pain. This person, if you can call him that, is in a lot of pain. It's almost more beast than man.
It's Dr. Connors. We found him.
Daniel, in his pursuit of curiosity, would like to walk up behind Bricius here and see if he notices any identifying features of a townsman.
Just because, give me an education roll. Just
See, now you just know.
Am I gonna turn into a snake person? Cause like I'm down for it.
Maybe.
Daniel rolled a successful education roll, 37 versus 40.
I love how our feed here is just green of good rolls.
I know it's
This
beautiful.
is a
You're
good
gonna
night.
jinx it, but
Yeah, y'all are. Yeah.
If we get 5 more greens, we get a pizza party.
Oh my goodness. Okay, yeah. So you know this guy. This is the Charles Allred. A very twisted version of him, but this is him.
The what, Alred?
The Charles. Ceorl. Charles.
Yeah.
Charles.
you're asking the wrong person because I thought you were referencing a character from a book I read once. So.
Oh my, okay, so Cyril Allred, alright.
Yeah, the Charles, yeah.
Do I know what he does?
Do you know what he does?
Correct.
Yeah, so he's
How
like
I
a
know?
farmer. Yeah, this is Ulfric's father.
Oh, that
That was the second question.
Oh shit.
Daddy.
You're just like Matt. She's gonna say the magic word.
I'm not.
She,
I'm thinking it, but I'm not gonna say it.
Himbo.
Daniel.
What?
Daniel, you know who this is?
This is Ulrich. This is Ulfric's father.
By
The man who
Carl.
killed the baby.
And behind you all is Delwyn. You know.
Delwyn, did you plan to tell me about this?
This man is very sick. Don't get too close. He's changing. He's almost more beast than man. He showed up.
Changing into what?
It looks like a crocodilian. They all
Oh, Jesus.
And then you can clearly see,
Colts.
yeah, it's he's morphing into a reptile. Basically, his neck is extending, and there's just all scales here now. And
Delwyn, how long has he been here? How long has he been changing?
Yes, he showed up about this morning, and he's just been getting worse and coughing. So time is of the essence. If we want to save your friend, if we don't, she doesn't want to share his fate, and you as well, you must cooperate with me here. Okay,
And
so
what?
Mhm.
And what is his fate?
This man is dying. Can't you see?
It does not look like he is dying. It looks like he is morphing into a monster.
Yes, but as his body changes, he weakens and weakens. More coughing, more phlegm, more sweating, and when he arrived, he was talking. His verbal capacities have since left, and I believe that he will not last throughout the night here. We must see about your friends here. Maerwynn, Constitution roll. It's been a minute.
Ah, shit. Hold up. I'm trying to get my character sheet back up. There we go. I'm scared to look. Hard success. 25 versus 50.
Y'all at home, I promise we're not making this up. This is just a good
we
night.
are 4 away from pizza party here.
What would y'all do if I just had a hot pizza pie sitting in my lap, like a hot New York pizza? Just
Cry because you're like
And you
2 hours away.
mailed us all a slice.
with
Oh my gosh.
a snake in each package.
Oh, God.
man. Oh.
I'm sorry, Hudson. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I guess I still gotta eat it. I mean, all right.
It's just a new friend. It's fine.
It's like that Vine where the guy has the snake on his shoulder and he has a
He's just like,
lollipop, and it's
Even this nigger, yeah.
want some pizza?
Love snakes so much.
Oh my god, yeah. Okay, yeah. So, all right, noted with that. Okay, yeah. So seeing this, Delwyn gets to work on your leg, gets to work on Maerwynn, and answers a few more of your questions, Bricius. And but he doesn't work too much on Alarid, who is in this corner dying. How do you want to handle this? As he begins to get more aggressive, but then then goes like limp and starts fading away, but then comes back, and then fades away again. Um, what would you like to do here? Is there anything? Do you just like kind of want to wait this out? How would you handle this? He seems to be in a lot of pain, and he seems to be quickly losing himself.
Delwyn, do you see any chance of this man returning to his normal state?
I've tried a lot of things, a lot of herbal remedies and such, and I cannot figure out anything. It seems that he must have this poison, this toxin must have entered into his bloodstream and spread throughout the body. It's infected his very soul at this point. That is my diagnosis, and after his passing, then I will announce to the town. I know that this man has done terrible things, but it seems that the gods are doing their justice now on him.
Well, Bricius, seems there's not many solutions here, but something tells me you know how to solve this problem.
London, does Bricius know what he is changing into? Can I use lore?
You can, okay, yeah, so for people at home, since these are pulp heroes, they all have pulp talents. One of Hudson's is that he has lore, and you can choose like a facet of some mythology to have knowledge in. His is dragons. This is not a dragon. This is just a guy turning into some sort of reptilian thing. But if you want to try, you can give me a Cthulhu Mythos roll.
Okay. Failure. 95 versus 10.
That hurts.
You've
Yeah.
never seen anything like this.
Okay.
I'll try.
Is there
21 versus 0. Sorry, continue.
is there any other medication or herbs that you require that could bring him back to a state of humanity?
There might be several things, and I've compiled a lot of them out in my garden outside, but it it might be hard. If you would like to try to find something like that, give me a luck roll to see if you can have anything that might give you a little more time with all of it here.
Hold your breath.
It is a hard success, a 34 versus a 75.
Hard success. Okay. Yeah, so after not too long, you go pick some more herbs. He comes together with the mortar and pestle, crying together some more things, more liquid and stuff. But this is an even more powdery substance of a paste that he has. And he very carefully, almost like, just like throws it onto the face of all of it as he sits there, those eyes beginning to close. It makes its way sort of into his mouth at times, into his nose, and slowly he begins to pacify and just, kind of calm down, but his eyes open. As he breathes, lying there, and his eye looks over towards you, Hudson, or Bricius.
Are you trying to say something?
As he raises his hand, it's trembling, it's taking all of his strength. He just reaches towards you.
Bricius grabs his hand.
Why'd you make that noise, London?
It's an interesting choice, Bricius.
Okay, give me this isn't like an appearance thing. When I ask you to do this power roll, that's going to represent your force of will, your aura. Okay? Power roll, please.
Okay.
If you fail this,
I know. I'm just so. Oh man. It is a
oh my
extreme
God.
success. 3 versus 90.
We're gonna have to like post screenshots of these rolls.
I know.
Whoa! As you take his hand, put his hand, squeezes yours ever so gently. His hand, let's go, kind of works its way up your shoulder as you lean in closer, and he just puts his hand on the side of your head and just gently pats. You're looking into the eyes, the transformed eyes of a father. And in your eyes, this beast, this monster, has somehow connected to the humanity that is about to just decay inside of him. So, you're so close, you're viewing this beast. I kind of waited till now to do it before we, break for just a second here. But everyone give me sanity rolls except for Hudson because of this. Because only Hudson, well, not even you, Maerwynn, you're unconscious.
I was about to say, I'm unconscious.
Yeah. So
No,
just
everyone
Daniel.
except for
Daniel
Bryce
will
and
roll for sanity.
Yeah, you roll for sanity, Daniel.
Ooh,
As
59 versus 59 success.
There you go.
Jesus.
awesome.
How do we
Oof.
keep doing this? It's making up for the shitty internet, I'm telling you.
As Hudson sees the humanity in this monster, slowly Aldred dies, and with him dies horrible secrets and prophecy. Would you like to take a break?
Yes.
All right.
That's okay.
Yeah, let's do it. Awesome. So we're going to take a short break here. I know it's late. So y'all want to take like a 10 maybe? 5, 10? What do y'all think?
8.
Think you 8? I guess I don't.
There you go.
We'll make it 10 to make it like,
All
you know.
right.
Conservative. We'll be back
I'm gonna take a nap.
11:30. Are you okay? You sure you're good with that, with the break,
So
everybody?
I'm good.
Okay, cool. All right, so thank you so much if you're watching live with us, if you're watching on YouTube. All right, be right back.
Please actually mute us.
Hello, 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 and we are back. Okay, so as I bring everybody back in, I have a question for you all at home. Do y'all remember when James Earl Jones turned into a snake in Conan the Barbarian?
Of course.
We just talked. Yeah, Hudson just brought this up as we were on our break, and like, yeah, classic. All right.
Great movie. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. Conan the Barbarian and Conan the Destroyer.
All
Great
right, I gotta
actor,
go
too.
quit the stream then.
Not the 2011 Conan. That's not really one that counts. So.
Oh, okay. All right.
Who knows our
Discourse.
sponsor? I mean,
And that's like, yeah, and Hudson's D&D character's name is Conan, which is fun.
Alright.
Conan the Dragonborn.
Yeah, and he has the body of Conan the Barbarian, but the head of Conan O'Brien. So enjoy imagining that.
And he's a dragon.
oh my gosh.
Oh god, I'm imagining a dragon with that coif up top. All right, let's get it. Let's get it, y'all. All right, so we're going back to the Dark Ages, and we open on an overcast day. So, if our investigators here, just gonna take a quick look at your map. We're gonna move this over here. So now we are at the wooden church in town. So it's like a pretty sizable wooden church. There are several churches in Totburh, but this one services basically the eastern side of the burh. All right, so we start at a funeral service.
Also, just throwing this in for the viewers, we've been healed, so our hit points are back.
Yeah. Thank you for that. So Delwyn was able to fix up Carly, Maerwynn, and nurse her back to health. Daniel is fine as well.
I
And
don't get a snake eye, and I'm really mad about it. I want to be part snake.
don't
I want to turn
yourself
into a
out yet.
I
Yuan-Ti.
was about to say, I feel like there's more to the story.
You can see Maerwynn back at that house like every day, like, come on.
Oh my gosh. All right.
Give me an eye! Give me an eye! I'm just imagining you walking around winking at snakes, like, come on, like, spit in my eye. Spit in my eye. Okay.
That's what I gotta do. I got him to spit in. Okay.
Spit in my eye.
Love hairspray.
Wooden church, overcast day.
Yes.
Yes. Now I feel like I can't put a snake in another scene. Or okay. All right, here we go. We're at the funeral service of Olarid. It's an overcast sky. We are at the church on the eastern side of town. We see the tiny headstone. It's very simple. This small, dug up plot of land where baby Alston was buried. Wrapped around his headstone, a snake slithers. No one notices it. As everyone... I forgot. Okay.
As
everyone is focused on the service that's happening for Ulrid. Now, he was known basically throughout the farming community there. It's close-knit. So even despite what he had done, there were people there just like paying their respects, and some of them just just there to see what sort of things would happen between the son and between his father, or kind of what goes down there. It's a simple service. It doesn't last too long, as the priests finish their duties there. The only sort of disturbance there is a woman clutching, actually, like, having two bottles in her hand of some sort of substance in these dark bottles, as she rocks back and forth and shouting during this service, these loud cries, and then sometimes she will wander over to Alston's little plot there and just, it was mercy. I tell you, it was mercy what he did to that boy. Yeah, it was mercy, okay? And she like takes a big drink of what's in her thing and just keeps rocking, and she's causing a disturbance, and everybody just kind of looks around, and this happens throughout the entire service. And even as it dies down and they leave, she stays there in front of Alston's grave, just looking and laughing and crying and drinking, and it was mercy is the main thing she says.
And do we recognize this woman?
You give me an education roll. Yeah, Marin, you can too, since y'all are locals. Hudson, you're out of luck here. you, you just got
I
here.
assume so.
As you stick around, you'll learn more people since it is a
Okay.
close knit community.
I
Alright.
don't know her.
Carly failed, however, Daniel rolled a 36-40 success.
So Daniel knows this woman to be a woman named Ingith. She, strangely enough, was the wet nurse of Alston.
Okay.
Yes, so she had a very close relationship here with the family, especially after the mother passed. But she seems visibly upset and just drunk out of her mind at this point in time. She has these 2 bottles. It was mercy as she just kind of stumbles back and catches you all looking at her. It was mercy, I said. You heard me.
Bricius, this is Ingith, the former wet nurse of, Ulfric's son.
Alston.
Alston's son, thank you.
Wait, no, Alfric is the father of Alston.
Correct. I
We need
will,
a family tree.
I say we maybe try to calm her down. I'm not sure what this mercy is about. Maybe she knows something we don't.
Maerwynn's just
Perhaps.
gonna. Oh, sorry.
No, you go right ahead.
Maerwynn's gonna just kind of walk up to her and just say, "It was Mercy, was it?"
Yeah, it was mercy. You heard me. Yep. It was mercy killing that baby. I saw it. I saw it real close. All right. It was a monster. I tell you. That thing was. It was evil. That baby. It wasn't even a baby. It was more. It was more snake than anything.
Yep, that's interesting. You were his nurse. Did you
Yeah.
know why he was a snake?
I don't know. It's and she goes into detail in describing kind of what this baby looked like, but it doesn't make much sense to you the way she describes it. You come to mind like kind of what you saw with the grandfather, but no, this isn't even that. This is even more reptilian the way she describes it, and eventually she just keeps drinking and she can barely stand up. Oh, this is this is some good meat. I got this from Alfric himself. Oh man, it's some good stuff. You got no bottle here if you want it. Hey, you want it?
I would love that. Thank you very much.
All right, here you go. Just make sure you pass it around with friends, okay? It's the good
course.
stuff. Well, can I have a sip before us? Can I have a drink?
Yeah, go for it.
And like she like kind of reaches out towards it, but like she doesn't realize that she has her bottle in her mouth at this point. She's like, "Thanks, love." As she kind of stumbles off with her mead. I love mead.
Okay,
Right.
so did Bricius and Daniel catch that just a couple steps away?
Yeah, you
Okay.
can't miss her.
I love how you're like, yeah, she was the nurse. I'm like, how was it, Mercy? Tell me all about it. Let's gossip with this old drunk woman.
Yeah, what's she gonna say? Yeah, and she just goes into detail about how scary this baby was. Made her
Well-
job pretty hard.
This isn't the first time we've dealt with a reptile in the past 24 hours. Reptile person, I should say.
That's the name of a band, 24-Hour Reptile Person.
Okay. That's a good band right there.
Why, I like that name.
Writing it down. All right.
So,
It's
why? You say it was messy, but why did he kill his grandson? Did he say anything to you?
No, I wasn't around when it happened. Alfred told me about the old thing, but after seeing it, if it was my child, I would kill it too.
So Ulfric knew about all this.
What? No,
He knew.
already killed. What do you
Oh,
mean?
I
She
thought you
knew?
said Ulfric.
I'm
Sorry.
sorry. Yeah. So yeah, already killed. Yeah. So he's like, yeah,
Okay, I thought she said Ulfric. Okay.
yeah. Sorry. Yeah, already
Okay.
killed the baby, and if it was my son, my grandson, I would have killed it too.
Do you know?
What about Ulfric's wife?
Oh,
Do you
bless
know
her
anything
heart.
about that?
Breaks with, she died giving birth to the poor thing. Boy, couldn't take giving birth to a monster. Monster.
So it's always looked like that.
Yeah.
No, Ingith, there's no way the baby was always.
Yeah, it was born like it. It looks just it was always looked like a beast.
Oh, this is a drunkard.
Are
How
you gonna
did-
drink it? I want some of that.
It's fresh out, and I like pour it out.
No,
Anyways,
no, don't pull that out. Don't, no.
it's a toast to the fallen. We're pouring out for the homies.
No, and she kind of saves it. She's just, no. You can't waste good mead, okay? This is the best I ever had, okay?
All right. Daniel would like to take her by the shoulder and swing her around and say, Ingith, did Ulred say anything? Did he tell you why?
No, I didn't talk to him. I swear. She kind of sobers up as she's been swung around and held by
Shaken baby syndrome.
Yeah.
Had he gone insane?
Not that I saw. He was clear as mind as ever.
Were Aldred and with the grandfather and the father having problems? Did they argue a good bit?
Sometimes they mostly just stayed away from each other. I'm thirsty. Can I have some of that?
Yeah, if you answer the rest of our questions. We really need your help.
I have a question.
And she grabs the bottle, just takes it, and kind of sticks it against the chest of Bricius as she gets in your face and just like waiting for your question. You can smell the honey wine on her breath. Yeah, what you want?
What is Ulfric's occupation in this village?
He's a farmer, works the fields. He's busy with it.
Yes, and I understand that his father enjoyed being sort of a artifact collector of Roman antiquities.
Yeah.
Did he help his father at all?
Help his father? No. He basically stayed around here with his wife. They was always real close, you know. He's a very romantic type of guy.
Oh.
And she like almost like leans over and hands the bottle to you, passes it around to you, Daniel.
Okay, well, off to the side, as she's talking to him, Maerwynn, did you
Yes.
by chance grab that dagger of Roman origin, or whatever it might be?
Of course. And she pulls it like out of her skirt.
You took that?
Yeah, I mean, I
Yeah.
assumed.
Give me a luck roll to see if you did. You never said that. You never said that. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt with a roll.
Ah,
Damn
okay.
it.
All
Give
right.
me
32 versus 50.
You never said that, but I gave you the benefit of the doubt.
I said that I grabbed them out of the chest.
Yeah, did you took them with you? Oh, but you passed out.
I was like, oh, true.
Okay, all right. Dialogue change. Maerwynn, did you by chance grab that dagger?
I did, but I then got bit by a snake. So.
Oh, never mind. Ingith, do you remember how, gods forgive me, how he murdered that child?
Yeah. You put a knife through it, baby. Right
What
through
did the
it.
knife look like? Any detail?
It was just a normal knife. It's about yay big, and it's yeah. like it. Sharp thing. Yeah,
Ah,
right through the baby. Yeah, I don't blame him. I don't blame him at all. Don't blame him.
Can I see
Don't blame
if I know any stories about like Roman myths and like
him. Okay. History.
snake people?
Snake people. I don't know. That might be a cult, perhaps. Okay.
Yeah.
But history, you can do that.
Let me see. Just like anything connecting snakes and Rome. No. That's a 92 versus 25.
Yeah.
I am very distracted by this woman right now.
No, yeah. Yeah, you just kind of know that there was some sort of serpent worship back, in that area, but you don't know any details at all.
Okay.
So as you search your mind for this tidbit of information, you just, grasp at it, but nothing ever gets there.
Damn it. I tried.
You did. All right. Yeah, is there anything else for this woman or
Do you know why the baby was born a snake? Was the mother given something, or was she bitten by a snake like our friend?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. It must be a curse of the gods or something. I don't know.
Does this symbol mean anything to you? And I'm gonna draw. That
Okay.
seems like a bad idea, but I'm committed to the bit, so I'm gonna draw like the upside down crescent moon symbol. Does this look familiar to you at all? Like in the dirt?
Okay. All
I
right.
thought about it as I did it, but I had already said it, so I'm just following through with it.
I like it.
Because she has Maerwynn has no reason to think it's like a curse symbol. So.
Yeah, no. Yeah, so she looks at it. Oh yeah, it's the moon.
Yes, but from this angle, and I'm gonna like move her.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Looks like like a little upside down boat or something.
Right.
No, I've never seen that before.
Okay.
So you're over there next to that grave and you drew this symbol in the ground.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Oh shit. What about
oh my god, all right. Okay.
Great. Noted.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay.
Anyways.
Cool.
Happy Halloween.
Listen, hey, I gotta head on out of here. I just gotta go. Listen, I need a drink of that. If you're not going to drink it, I need a drink of that. Okay. I'm thirsty. I finished my bottle. It's not fair. You just hold it and not give me any. I gave you information. Give me some meat.
I hand it. Well,
Matt has
Daniel
it.
has it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here we are, Angus. Have a lovely evening.
Thank you. She takes a swig, hands it to you, back to you, Daniel. Here, there you go. Cheers, and he hands it to you.
I'll take it. Man.
Right. So it seems as though right now all we have is that if a snake bites you, you will turn into that snake or some sort of monster that will kill you.
Okay. Let's think about what we've learned so far. So, he collects Roman artifacts. There's some sort of weird crescent moon symbol that was behind the rug. Snake bites are bad. Baby was a snake. Sorry, I'm
Born a
just
snake. The
born a
child
snake.
was born a snake.
That's the weird part.
Now, I'm not one for mathematics. However, the numbers seem to point to snake 1 with mother, snake equal 2 with child. What I mean is, the mother
I don't think they've invented math yet.
You're speaking of procreation?
Correct.
You're saying the mother
No,
bedded a snake.
Maerwynn.
Okay,
I don't know where you're going with this.
The
I love-
mother was bitten by a snake.
Right. But we also know that for some reason
Sexually.
Okay.
the son was written out of the will. Why would the son have been written out of the will? When was the son written out of the will? Before, after his wife gave birth to a snake baby?
Well, it seems the best source of information with that will have to be Ulfric. Is that the name?
Yeah.
Ulfric himself.
Ulfric Stormcloak.
No, no. Ulfric
I
of
made that joke in the
Totburh.
Roll20 an hour ago. Come on.
Ulfric of Totburh.
All right. So.
Whether or not he wants to see this information to begin with, it seems we do
Well,
have a choice.
I mean, his father is dead, so the will be read soon.
That's a solid point. If they knew where it was,
We can always
I-
point it out.
by chance, did not take it with me, as it was not stated. I'm looking at you, Keeper. All right, well,
Perhaps we
give me a
should go
give me a
back.
luck roll. Give me a luck roll.
as he intended to take it,
Yeah, I intended to take the sword too, so.
You ain't got it. You ain't got it.
well, I left the will back in his home.
Let's head back to his home. Let's go grab everything that we might need.
Okay, yeah. So as you head there, you of course, just looking at that map there, you can see that you just have to go south a little bit. But before you get to Allred's house, you pass Ulfric's house. It's there's not much activity inside. You can tell that it's like empty. It's closed up. But the door to Allred's house is already open. And that's what you see as you approach Allred's house. The door is open. You're unable to see anybody walking in or out, but somebody is most likely inside, just by judging on the open door.
Hello, Poppet. No. I hate myself
well,
for
it
that.
seems it would be rude to intrude. I say we ask Ulfric before we enter.
I mean,
Wait, so you're at Ulfric's house, or are you talking about the open
As
door?
we're walking by and his door is open, I don't want to intrude in Ulrid's house, so we'll ask Ulfric at his home first, noticing the open door.
sounds like a plan.
So you knock. No answers. Quiet inside. You wait a couple
All
of
right.
seconds, minute. No answer. He's not there.
All right, then we move on. Right?
Yeah. Should one of us stay here and maybe wait for Ulfric to arrive?
I would
One of
like
us-
to look around the house.
Okay. Cool.
Well,
Look around the outside of the house or inside of the house. Or...
Inside.
Okay.
What do I
There's a
see?
snake in here.
Yeah, so the door actually is open. So you go inside. You see some simple furnishings. It's a lot simpler than his father's place. His father's accumulated more things over the years. But give me a spot hidden to see if you see anything out of the ordinary inside.
Daniel will walk in right behind him.
I'm
Failure.
gonna stand in the doorway.
55
Okay.
versus 25.
Okay, yeah. So as you're looking around, for what exactly were you looking for?
Just anything out of the ordinary.
Okay, yeah. So everything is in its place as it was when you last were here. The table, it seems to have been set where some food was eaten before the service. The plate a little dirty with the bits of crumbs of food, is still there. He hasn't put that away yet. But other than that, it seems that he has not been home since the service ended.
Hmm. Are there any tracks? By chance, more than one track in the house, if this is a dirt-covered house?
Yeah, give me a track roll.
Perfect.
Can you imagine having like dirt floors in your house? That would fucking suck.
Hey,
Not
at
to
least you
sound
don't
like
have to worry about spilling shit.
privileged, but like
Oh, are you kidding me? Failure. 84 versus 60.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, no, yeah, you don't see anything else out of the ordinary. There's a couple of benches that line the room. The light comes through this window that's up top. Again, there's a fire pit there, a table with some earthenware on top of it, but nothing out of the ordinary.
Okay. Bricius, we're going to have to speak about manners when you're in a village. However, what you looking for exactly?
I came in here earlier while you and Maerwynn were at the other house. And there was a woman in here. I was just trying to figure out who she is and why she was here.
What did she look like? Do you know?
She was young. She was 18, perhaps, maybe a little bit younger or older. What?
Maerwynn doesn't know anything. That's Carly. Sorry, I got excited.
Oh, okay.
Is there any way I can roll, or I mean, is there any way I might know who that is by Bricius's description? Young, 18.
This is killing me.
Okay, yeah, I won't even ask you for a roll here, but yeah, but that brings to mind Oslafa, who is the herder. She's a herder. Her parents are not wealthy in the slightest. Very like bottom rung of society here, servants basically. But you have seen them outside of the walls, since that's basically your domain. So you do see them very often, and that's who that sounds like.
Ah, Oslafa. I know who you speak of. Huh. And Daniel would like to take a moment just to glance around the room, maybe spot something that might looks out of place.
Go ahead.
Maybe an artifact.
Go ahead.
And Daniel Smithson rolls a 9 versus 40 hard success.
Yes.
Yeah. That is wonderful.
What we all about here, folks.
That is
continue.
yeah. Oh, that's so good. Oh my God, yeah. So as you kind of make your way to one of those benches and sit down, you notice these markings that are so small on those, like, I don't even know what to call it. It's not like exactly like clay, but it's like packed, like light material, earthen material that lines the walls. There are small, tiny inscriptions that make up the entire wall, and Daniel sees this. He gets closer, and each of these like little designs are in the shape of an upside down crescent that line the whole room. And as you see this, it's a shudder, that works its way up your spine as something is not right here. This is all very meticulously done over time.
Now, Bricius, do you recognize this by chance?
Unfortunately.
The crescent moon?
Yeah.
Well, it's
So
not the first time we've seen this.
no, this was hidden behind the fur in Orid's house.
Right, the same one you drew on the grave.
I'm now starting to think that might have been a bad idea.
Where's Ulfric?
He left after the service, right?
The only other person connected, as you described, the only one I can think of has to be Oslafa.
Then it sounds like we will be visiting both of them outside of town.
Aye. Well,
Okay.
shall we?
Let's do it.
Okay. Cool. So is that the move? You're heading outside of town just to look for Oslafa and for Ulfric?
Okay, first I want to go back to the grave and like kick the symbol like on our way out. Like, it's kind of...
Okay, yeah. So you go back up to yeah.
It's like,
We're taking a detour.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. Okay. Let's see here. Well, there is. Yeah. So the main gate to the town is actually like right past that wooden church. So yeah.
perfect
So,
timing. I'm
yeah.
just like disturbing that. Like,
Man, where are
messing
you
up.
going?
I'm getting rid of the possible weird symbol that I drew in the ground next to a grave.
I don't want to be buried in a pet cemetery.
So as you go past that grave, it's still very fresh. The ground that was just, the dirt that was just placed back into this grave here of this child, and you can still see the outline of where you drew that, and you move it out of the way. But as your foot does that, you just displace a lot of dirt because it's still just very fresh there. Yes.
Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna pretend I fixed.
What's that?
I'm pretending that I fixed it
Okay.
just to make myself feel better.
All right. So is that the move? You're heading outside of town now to try to find these people?
Are they by chance how far exactly? Do we know her house is?
Okay. Yeah. So their house. Give me an education roll to see
Can
exactly.
do. Given my luck so far, this is not going to end well. Yes, 62 versus 40, education fail.
Okay, so you don't know exactly where they would be this time of day, but you do know that. Let me see here. You do know that Oslafa's father, Guthlof, lives here in town, and he lives sort of. Let me see where this is. Lives here. It's a very small shack, right below the parish church. That's where they live, but obviously, they do most of their work outside. So you don't know if they'd be below the church now, or you don't know if they would be in the fields up here outside of town, which is just directly north, out of Totburh, not too far.
Well, Bricius, Maerwynn, as you might know, Maerwynn, her father, Oslafa's father, Guthlof?
Guthlof, yes.
I hate these names.
Guthlof lives not far from us in town. However, I cannot say where they might be. They might be out of town in the farms.
I mean, should we just swing by their home before we head out just to make sure, so we don't have to backtrack?
Bricius?
I agree. Let's first go to the house and then possibly the field.
And if they're not home, then maybe we can just take a little look around.
Well, we will put a pin in that, Maerwynn, but understood.
What's a pin?
We have pins, Maerwynn. To the house it is, then.
Okay. All right. So you go to that house. It takes you a while to get across town as you leave the eastern side, and you make your way to the western side. It's a very small, basically it's like a lean-to. So this is where Guthlof and Rowena, that's his wife, and their daughter, they all live there. They herd cattle, swine, and sheep through the fields up north, but mainly they work for Oswin, the Thane. But he willingly entered himself into the servitude as repayment of a debt. So there's not really much else that he has other than his family. As you come upon this shed, and you do see him there as his eyes raise and meet you. Oh, Daniel, is that you? Hello.
Hello, Guzloff.
Yes, yes.
Guzloff.
Yeah, hi. Hi. How may I help you? Yes.
We are looking for your daughter, Oslafa. Is she by chance in the fields? Is she here?
She was going to run some errands. She's not here. What business do you have with my daughter, Smithson?
Simply searching for a friend. Guzloff. You know me, old friend.
I do know you, Smithson. I do. And you won't try that shit with my daughter.
Calm down, old man.
Old? I'm 31, okay? I'm a young man.
Wait, is it his daughter like 18?
I was very young, okay?
Okay. All right. So, never mind.
Stop worrying about your daughter, old man. We might be losing a friend.
Wow. Wow.
So this reminds me of the what was it, last episode?
I'm not sure.
No, it was the part where you reach the village of the goat people, and the guy just goes, it just says, "Who are you?" And we were just like,
Yep.
yeah. So this is that.
Okay.
Anyway, okay. So back in it, he just keeps wondering, like, what business do you have with my daughter here?
We're trying to find someone she knows. We need to find her to find this person.
And as you interject, you also are in the service of the Thane here, but you mingle upon the higher status. So just you interjecting in this added a certain, okay, yes. I honestly have no idea where she is right now, but we can, I can help you find her. I sent her to the market, but that was earlier. No, I sent her to the field, and then. I actually saw her working with Ulfric. Yes, so he was moving some things of his own into his father's house. What a shame. I think he's taking over that property there.
We're literally right there.
We were
What?
just there, Guzloff.
We were literally just there, and we ran here trying to find him, but we could have just walked next door. Okay.
What?
Nothing. We're
Nothing,
idiots.
Guzloff.
We're absolute dumbasses.
What?
All right, thank you. You've been very helpful. And we go back to the...
Hang
Yes.
on.
Yes.
Would you still like to join us, Guzloff? Or are your old knees too weak to carry you?
I'm not old, Smithson. You know what you can do? I'll take a sip of that bottle you got there.
Oh, Lord.
Is that mead?
I'm getting delirious.
Am I? Oh, wait, I still have it yet. It is mead, and what business do you have with this?
I like a good drink every once in a while.
Yes, but one more, you look, well, decrepit enough as is.
Damn it, you bald-headed Smithson. If you don't...
Take your mead, old man. We're going to find your daughter.
All right. And he grabs the bottle from you. He has not much. He has these two very... almost like bowls, but this is what he drinks his water out of. He pours a drink for himself, and he pours a drink for you, his friend. Offers it to you. Not to you, Maerwynn, or to you, Bricius. I mean, yes, Bricius. But to Daniel Smithson. He's like, yes. And as he brings it to his lips and takes his sip, and offers you his one as well.
Nope. I am going to inspect that glass or cup.
Okay. You want to give me a natural world roll?
Yes, if it was, you said it was what style cup was this?
It's just like a little bowl. Like, it's like a
Little bowl?
very small little bowl.
Natural roll. Failure.
Oh,
Oh, surprising.
so you-
73 versus
Only by
70.
3 points.
Yeah. Are you inspecting the bowl or the mead?
Oh, I was inspecting because I know what the meat is. I was inspecting the bowl.
Oh, it's a
Yeah.
little,
Making
it's,
sure this bowl ain't poison somehow.
it's a little dirty, but he grabbed it up pretty quickly and he's drinking out of the other one. And you do know this guy. You know exactly where he lives. You've known him for a while, and you have this rapport with him.
Well, I'm not one to drink on the job, Guthlov, but if we succeed in what we are attempting to find out, I would love to have a drink with you. And I'll hand it right back to him.
And he just looks at it, downs it.
Cool.
All right. So you all go off, right? You
Yep.
all go off. So
Right back to where we were.
well, as you're approaching, give me listen rolls, all three of you.
Oh no. Oh dear.
Daniel Smithson fails.
Bricius also fails.
I got a 15 versus 20.
There we go.
Success.
Maerwynn hears a struggle inside of Alred's home. Not quite sure what exactly it is, but there's movement. There is something. There is multiple people, and there is a rustling
I just take off running.
towards the place.
Yes.
Okay.
Hoping
Maerwynn,
that
what
they're
the
smart
hell?
enough to. You might want to follow me. They're fighting or something.
All right.
Okay. And you do hear a male voice. You hear a female voice inside as well.
I swear, if we. I'm nervous about what this could be.
As you're running, and you run there as fast as you can. Dexterity roll. I just need to. Yeah, dexterity roll, please.
Bricius pulls out his sword at the same time.
Okay.
Red
Okay.
success, 32 versus 70.
Okay, yeah, so you get there just in time. Before you round the corner, you hear this scream. You hear a scream, and as you're about to round that corner, a large figure bursts past you and just walks away. They have this cloak over their head and they just keep walking. They're very large, but as you look inside, you see Ulfric on the ground, basically sprawled out, his eyes wide open, his face in fear, as his chest cavity has been just hacked open. Above him is Oslafa screaming as she's looking down upon him. And you can hear this cacophony of snakes around the building, but this person just keeps moving and moving and moving and moving and moving and moving away from you. What do you want to do, all of you?
Okay.
I want to go after him.
Correct.
Or her. Or whoever.
Bricius, We'll move on the figure. Maerwynn, can you help Oslafa?
I can certainly try.
Okay. Okay, yeah.
Be
So
careful, it sounds like they're snakes.
Okay, great. So you two go after the figure that's walking very slowly, quickly away. Very large in frame as they're stepping there. Maerwynn, you go inside, and Oslafa is almost in fear as she sees you. No, and she's shaking her hands in front of you as you get closer to her. No. Don't hurt me, please.
It's all right.
Don't hurt me, no.
I'm not gonna hurt
Stand
you.
back, and she pulls
Just me.
she tries to search around to find a knife. She finds one, pulls it up, and she is about to just fend for her life. She points it at you. Please don't kill me. No, don't do it.
I'm not going to hurt you. We need to get you out of here.
Persuade.
Okay. 52 versus 70. Success.
her hand lowers as she just starts crying, looking down at Ulfric. Bricius and Daniel are in hot pursuit of this figure.
You there, stop!
Dexterity rolls to see if you can make up with it. I know this is a lot of rolls, but
61 versus 50 failure?
Oh my gosh, really?
Damn,
yeah. So
Jeez.
we're two old men.
Failure.
So as you try to go after him, he's moving too swiftly for you. It's almost an unhuman grace that he weaves his way through the buildings of Totburh, making his way north back towards that gate that might lead outside. That's kind of where you have the idea that he's going. But as he sees that he has the upper hand against you, that his stride is beating yours, he spins around. And Bricius and Daniel, both of you look into the face of Daniel Smithson. You see yourself looking back at you, Daniel, as he brings the axe to his shoulder, spins around, and keeps going.
Fuck that.
What?
And that is this episode of Spot Hidden, y'all.
Oh, come on. Ugh.
My mother is asleep in the other room and almost certainly just heard me yell.
All right.
Oh
Well,
my god.
Thank y'all for joining me tonight. It's been a great time.
Wow,
Thank you to Kate.
cliffhanger.
Yeah. Thank you to Chaosium for sponsoring us. And
Oh yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you,
And
Chaosium.
thank you, investigators, for hanging out with me tonight. And stay tuned for the very next episode of Spot Hidden. Anything else from any of you? You look shocked, Maerwynn.
Quick question.
Hmm?
What the fuck? Oh my god.
Come back next week. Let's play next week, and we'll find out.
God.
Real quick, I just want to do a quick shout out to Chaosium Inc. Thank you so much for this giveaway to us, Miskatonic University. We cannot wait to play it. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I have a coloring book and the investigator's handbook, but I'd have to get up to get it. So
Yes.
Yeah.
And as I'm ripping behind me, the good old-fashioned starter set.
I got a couple of Chaosium goodies here that sent us. Thank you for Pulp Cthulhu. We got Gateways to Terror, Doors to Darkness. So yeah, all of you, go check out Chaosium's website where you can buy all of these goodies, as well as the GOAT that we are playing right now, Cthulhu Dark Ages.
I also bought Children of Fear, and I'm very excited for it.
Yo, when we run that, that's gonna be legit. I'm planning on being an investigator in that game because I always run these games, and Carly will be running that for us.
And
so-
we're probably not streaming it, but
no. But it'll be fun. I'm just very excited for
it'll still
that.
be fun.
So thank you to all of you, and more importantly, thank you to you that stick with us here, that watch Spot Hidden.
Yes.
Please subscribe, follow on all of our platforms, and stay spoopy, y'all.
Ooh.
That could be our
Alright.
catchphrase.
Stay spoopy, y'all.
Happy Halloween.
They're
Pretty on
gonna
brand.
they're gonna think we're Southern, okay?
How dare they think we're Southern?
Ain't nobody down here from the south.
Absolutely not.
Peace, y'all.